Back to the channel. My name is Garber. Thank you guys for watching, clicking on this video. I'm going to be showing you how to throw some forehand approaches from about 200 foot mark. This is another edition of my little vlogmas we got going on here. 25 videos in a row. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully this helps you learn something about your forehand approaches. Right here we've got probably a little bit under 200 feet, maybe 150 to the 180 mark. Something that I pride myself on, that I think I'm one of the best at in the world, is just control forehand approaches, either whether it be like a wide open field like this one is right now, or if I'm off in the woods scrambling out of a bush or a tree. I feel very confident to give myself a look and a putt, and then confident to make that putt for the par, or whatever it may be. Right here I've got two Bergs in my hand. I've also got some other drivers and overstable stuff to show you. We're just going to start off with the basics. Little Berg or whatever is controllable putter, just kind of dead accurate straight disc that you have. The grip that I use is just a normal stacked finger grip. This is probably the most common. Sometimes you'll see people with like a little peace sign, maybe a power grip, which you usually don't want to use on approach shots as much. Or Raven Newsom has like his little weird three finger grip, but I don't recommend that. If it's comfortable for you, use it. That's really what you need on the grip for these types of shots. Thumb, especially on Bergs, tends to be like around the edge. Again, whatever's comfortable for you. The most important part for me when I'm throwing these approach shots is committing to my shot. I don't want to be backing out of it, my shoulders dipping and kind of chest up to the sky. I want to make sure I'm driving through the shot. Even if it is a short throw, I still want to be committing to it. Some people notice when I throw my forehands, my hand tends to do like a little weird gesture where I kind of end up like that. That's letting me know I'm committing to my shot. That hand, that palm up to the sky, I'm not burning it over, not under committing or anything like that. I'm fully committed, my arms straight, locked into the target. And try to show that right here. If this Berg, 150. A lot of headwind too. So there was just a dead straight forehand approach shot. I'd put a little bit more gas on that because strong headwind right here, a little bit uphill too. But hopefully you saw where my shoulders and my hips, everything's just kind of driving through to the basket. My hands pointed at the end to the target. It just kind of flies in that dead straight radius. Now we're going to try to show you more of an anny shot. So something that's coming up high, we're moving off to the left. So if you have a bush in front of you, a tree, you need some sort of gap hitting shot. It's pretty much the same thing. If you're throwing up here, you're not wanting your shoulders and your hips to be falling down to the left or down low. You want to be falling through with your shots, your chest and your shoulder. And like when you play baseball, if you've ever played baseball, they teach you to point your opposite elbow to the target. So I'm throwing, that's kind of what I'm doing. Lined up like this, and where this elbow's going is where my disc and my follow through, everything is also going, right there. And it's going to dive down towards the basket. Not going to be on a cut roller angle, not going to be on hyzer where it stalls out. It's kind of a constant turning anny. Right here I have the Owl from Stokely Discs, overstable approach disc. You can also use something like a Zone or a Toro or a Yarn. Pretty much whatever is that comfortable 4-speed approach to mid-range disc slot in your bag. Owl's my preferred. I love this disc. But here, it's pretty much the same thing that I did in the last one, just the opposite side now. So now I'm not committing to the anny, but I'm committing more to maybe a flat shot where it kind of hunts and dives towards the basket, or I'm committing to more of a hyzer. So instead of my shoulders and my chest kind of coming up and coming through it, I'm doing the opposite now. So now my chest and my chin and everything is kind of more dipped down, but I still have the same fundamentals to where my elbow and everything, my hips, shoulders are all coming through to the shot. I'm still going upwards with it. Now, if you grab a driver, now let's say you have multiple bushes or trees in your way and you have to do something more of a flex shot. How do you do that? You grab a faster disc, like right here I have the Lumen from Lightspeed. This is a 7-speed, but not much glide. And I'm gonna put this on anny like I did with that blue Berg, put it up high on anny, but instead of it holding the whole way, it should hold for most of the flight and then end up on the left side of the basket and fight back to the basket again. So this is if I need to get something around initially, but I still need to work it back to the basket at the end. Still committing with that elbow and the shoulders and everything as well. So that one, I didn't fully commit on that one. My shoulders and my chest was a little bit lackadaisical. My arm didn't really commit to it. So we're gonna try that one more time with the proper form. Really commit to this throw. In headwind, it's a little bit harder too, because you don't want to let that disc show the nose, the flight path, or the bottom of the disc, and have it be taken. Wasn't the best example, but see how it kind of held and then faded back at the end. That's the idea of that shot. All right, coming off of those a little bit shorter shots, we've moved it back. Different basket now. We're gonna be going downhill into more of a tailwind. I'd say we're probably 280 to 310, right about here. I've got 3 discs here, which I like from this distance, my Lumens and my Ep13. And I'm just gonna show you how I approach a little bit longer of a shot with more of a run up, and see how the fundamentals from like a 150-foot shot still go into this 300-foot drop. From this distance, I like to have a little bit more of a run up, so it's not as much of a standstill anymore, but I do incorporate some footwork into my shot. So unlike a backhand, I don't do an X step where this back foot crosses over. I kind of do more of a crow hop like baseball. Right there, where it's more of an X step, but it kind of comes in front of my left foot. And then all the power comes right here, and then the hips, knees, shoulders, elbow, wrist, fingertips, everything comes through the shot. I make sure I'm committing, following through with where I'm trying to throw. So here's a little slow motion of that run up. That's about what I did. So demonstrated shot here with the Lumen. Because this is only 7 speed, I do have to put some power into this one. So hopefully I can generate it and get to the basket. Maybe put it on a little bit of anny, have it work out to the left, and then come back. Yeah, just like that. Kept it low into the wind. I guess away from the wind, I guess we're going downhill, tailwind. But kept it low, committed through the shot, a little bit of anny, worked it out left, came back right. We're gonna do the same thing with the Ep13 here. A little bit faster of a disc though, so I don't have to keep it that low. Throw this one a little bit wider, hopefully maybe a little bit more of a one angle type of shot. A little bit higher too. Yeah, bit short, maybe 15, 20 feet, but pretty much exactly what I wanted to do there. If you like this content, you want to see some other stuff, hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot of videos up right now. Don't go back like 5 years ago, because that was young me. Don't listen to him talk. Listen to right now. I got some advice that I think is helpful. This is gonna be a fun little month I got going on here with 25 videos in a row. Hope you like this one. Hope you've watched some others before this as well. If you haven't, go back. They're good. It's good content, I promise. I promise you. We put a lot of effort into this. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of a bonus to this video. This next area won't be more of approaches. This is gonna be more distance shots. We're gonna move it back maybe 100 feet, 50 feet. Get my distance drivers here. I got my PD2, Destroyer, and Wraith. These are my comfort discs when it comes to more of a distance drive on forehands. And the same fundamentals go into a distance drive as they would for a 300-foot shot or 150-foot shot, 200-foot shot. Still getting that elbow, shoulder, everything through the target. Making sure my angles are right. I know what I'm wanting to do and I execute that shot. So here, same steps as what we just did, just a little bit more power and commitment towards the end. Keep it low. yeah, that should be about 10 feet in the basket. Now, this is where these two discs I tend to have a little bit different of an arm swing. I don't always recommend this to people, but sometimes I will go, instead of over my shoulder, I'll go under to generate some more power, generate more hip movement, shoulder movement, and really get everything into the disc. So here I'll show that with the Wraith. A little bit higher of a shot, flatter probably. Let's get some more power into this. Yeah, that's about 2 feet away. Now lastly, see if I can do this right. Isn't a great shot for this, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try a little bit more of a right to left shot with this. This is my understable destroyer. If I'm in woods, I tend to do this shot where like I need to flex something tight and low. And it's a really technical shot, but it's very useful if you can get it down correctly. So I'm still using all the principles that I've taught earlier in the video, but I'm going down for more power, and I'm making sure to drive low on some anny to the right of the basket, and then holding it for most of the flight to where it fades out. Hopefully I'm at the pin. This is a technical shot, so I wouldn't be surprised if I missed this right now. We'll try. Almost threw that in. I mean, it's like 60 feet past the basket, but you see what I did there with like committing low with an understable disc. I didn't necessarily put it on anny, but it kind of worked over to that left side for maybe 330, 350 feet into this shot. Came back at the very end, almost went in. Very useful, maybe not in an open field like this setting, but if you have like a little tree way to work with, the shot's very useful. Very technical though, it can go wrong, so definitely practice it before using it in a tournament. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you learned something about your forehand and how to throw a forehand approach or distance forehand. Whatever you took away from this video, I hope it was something positive. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. I can answer them in another video or just in the little comment thread. It was another edition of the little vlogmas I got going on. Not really vlogs, but just trying to get some videos out there. Put in a lot of effort, so it'd mean a lot if you hit that like and subscribe. All right, see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.